Howdy YouTube, today we're taking a look at the Jakks UFC Series 2 Anderson the Spider Silva. Definitely one of the most talented martial artists of all time, certainly one of the most arrogant and douchebag martial arts fighters of all time. No doubt he is very skilled. Often though, and especially lately, his ego and his showboating hasn't really served him any favours. His recent loss to Michael the Count Bisping, I guess highlighted that with Silva's there and he's doing all the crazy arm movements and everything and trying to, play the mind games and things like that. And I guess, in my view, the right person won. Silva didn't deserve to win that fight. I think if he had applied himself and focused and was a little bit more aggressive, he would have easily destroyed Bisping. Same thing with Weidman as well for the middleweight championship. So really, he only has himself to blame. His horrible leg break is one of the worst I think I've ever seen, ever. YouTube, MMA, wrestling, any sort of injury, I think that is one of the worst leg breaks I've ever seen. Really cool looking figure, as you can see, comes in the later style UFC semi-octagon style packaging. Kmart exclusive. I wish these came out in Australia. Unfortunately, they did not. I was actually lucky enough to pick this up online. Cool shot on the back. You can see Anderson doing a nice roundhouse kick to the body there. The read-up on the back says age 37, height 6'2", 185 pounds, 84 kilos, so he's quite light. Other figures in the set, JDS, Overeem, Velasquez, and Machida. So a solid wave of figures there. Let's get Anderson opened up. Okay, and here we've got Anderson Silva opened up and out of packaging. Actually a really cool figure. I wish he wasn't, I don't know, he comes across like, sometimes he's trying to be nice, but even when he's nice, you still suspect that he's being a jerk. And I really wish that wasn't the case, because he is an incredibly skilled martial artist. He's got great kicks, great style of fighting. Even in the Bisping fight where he's doing the Macarena and all the hand movements and everything, he still managed to do a really good back fist in there, and he's got a very elusive style, and that's very rare to see in martial arts. But where it gets boring is where you look at the Diaz fight. That was disgusting and one of the worst fights I've ever seen. He is a counter fighter, and there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time you have to manage it a little bit better. I'll bring it forward so you guys can take a look at the face. I think Jakks did a great job with that. Definitely looks like Anderson Silva. Also reminds me a lot of Barbados Slim from Futurama. Definitely, I think they are meant to be based off each other. Moving down, obviously he's got the different style UFC body rather than the big heavyweight body, a slightly sleeker. One thing I really love about this particular figure is the design on the trunks. I love that Anderson Silva, this really fit, athletic fighter, is sponsored by Burger King. If only Roy Nelson could get some of that. I love this design on the right. I have no clue what the heck that is, but it's a cool looking sponsor, that's for sure. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then taking a look at the back, I love the yellow trunks as well. Now in terms of articulation, being a UFC figure, there is quite a bit. You've got a ball jointed head, swivel in the elbow, in the shoulder region, ball jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist, swivel in the hand, ab crunch, swivel waist, swivel in the thigh, ball jointed legs, double bend at the knee, and ball jointed feet. So a ton of movement, a ton of articulation. Definitely a really cool figure. If you're an Anderson Silva fan, even if you're not, if you're a big MMA fan and you collect the Jakks UFC figures, I think this guy is well worth picking up. He was undefeated for such a long period of time, still a huge draw and a significant part of the UFC. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Jakks Series 2 Anderson Silva figure.